Hey brothers and sisters, this is Elizabeth Marie with Lotterine 333. Thank you so much for coming back to hear the things that the Lord has been showing me. I have two prophetic visions that I received that I'd like to share. First, I want to mention to those of you who have let me know that you're not getting your notifications of these videos that I've been putting out. My suggestion would be to go ahead and resubscribe and make sure you hit the bell and see if that takes. It seems like there's quite a few people who are not getting notifications of the videos I'm putting up. So please pray for this channel as well as subscribe and hit the bell so you will know when I put something out that the Lord has given me the next time. Alright, so let me go ahead and share what I've been given. The Lord has showed me many times about earthquakes that are coming, especially to the United States. First, I was shown in a dream of one that's coming to the West Coast that will actually break off the land into the sea. I will have a link to that as well as everything else that I'm talking about in this video. It will be in my blog, and the link for my blog is down below so you can check that out. So I did have a dream about a huge one coming to the West Coast. And I've had several concerning the new Madrid Fault. Matter of fact, in April of this year, I received a vision. I did post it on the 17th of April, and it was about the new Madrid earthquake. And in that dream, I saw an outline of a map of the United States, and almost in the middle of the United States, I saw a very large red bullseye target that was pulsating on and off, like blinking. And then my eyes were drawn to the east coast of the United States, and I saw much smaller little red targets up and down the east coast. And my understanding was that the one in the middle represented the new Madrid earthquake that was coming, and then other attacks on the eastern part of the U.S. And I wasn't sure exactly what those represented. But the important part that I wanted to bring in this video is that I believe that the new Madrid Fault will be, when we see an earthquake happen there, it will be connected to the dividing of the land in Israel. As Israel will be divided, so will America. That's what I've been shown. The Lord has shown me that. Now, I also now want to share with you two new visions that I have got that are concerning earthquakes that are coming. One, and the first one, is an open vision that I received when I was awake. And what is an open vision? It is where you are wide awake and all of a sudden you are like transported, or you're somewhere else. All of a sudden you see a vision. Even it's almost like you see it with your own eyes. Literally, it's not in the spirit. You see it with your own eyes. And when I get those, I've only had very few of them in my life, but I know that they're high alert warnings when I get them, that the Lord is trying to really get my attention. So this is what happened to me. I got this on May 5th. 2024 in the late afternoon, and I was standing on my back porch talking to a friend, and while we were talking, we were leaning on the porch railing looking out over my lawn and trees. And while we were doing that, suddenly I went into an open vision, and I saw the grass in front of me, and it started to move. It literally like rose up and started to move to and fro, kind of like waves in the sea. Not only the grass was kind of moving towards me, but the ground started rippling up and down, flowing as to the porch where I was standing. After watching this in shock for a few short seconds or minutes, I'm not sure for how long, I kind of shook my head and I came out of the vision. And then the Lord showed me this. I heard this word. I heard liquefaction. Liquefaction. Now, I knew what that word meant, but I wasn't exactly sure if it was related, what it was related to. So I went to the, excuse me, to the dictionary to find the exact meaning. And sure enough, that word relates to what can happen to the land after a large earthquake. It is when the ground turns to a liquid type of substance after the earthquake. And if I looked up the USGS website, and it said this, that liquefaction takes place when loosely packed waterlogged sediments at or near the ground surface lose their strength in response to a strong ground shaking. It occurs beneath buildings and other structures, and it can cause major damage during earthquakes. So I knew at this point that the Lord was trying to show me about an earthquake, earthquakes that are coming, especially to the United States. You know, it talks about in Matthew 24, verses 7 through 8, you know, Jesus warns about the birth pangs, which are actually the beginning of sorrows. And that comes before his coming. And one of the things it includes is earthquakes. While we know there have always been earthquakes, the end time earthquakes will be quite different. They will be greatly increased in frequency and intensity, and they will bring a lot of death and famine. Now let me go ahead and share this second dream vision that I received. I got this on June 20th of 2024, and I saw what I saw. This was a quick, almost like a flash vision. I saw a huge leg and a hoof of a horse. I saw a huge leg and a hoof of a horse, and it was lifted up in the air. And I didn't see the whole horse, just the leg and the hoof. And suddenly I saw this hoof come pounding down on the ground like a hammer, and it shook the land. Instantly, I saw the land in front of where this was happening. I saw it turn to jello, literally like jello. It became like a thick liquid that was wobbling back and forth, just like jello in a bowl. And when I woke up, immediately the Lord reminded me of the open vision that I had and the word that I had got of liquefaction. So I believe that this horse that I saw represents possibly like an apocalyptic horse, possibly from Revelation 6, because when the sixth seal is open, there is a huge earthquake that shakes the world. And this is what it says in Revelation 6:12. I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake. The sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood. So, brothers and sisters, I am passing on these warnings that I have received as a watchwoman on the wall. I only report what I see and what I hear from the Lord, and I believe it is so his people will not be taken by surprise or shocked or unprepared for what's coming. You know, the Lord does nothing unless he reveals it to his people first. And you can see that in Amos 3:7, it says this. It says, unless he reveals his secret to his servants, the prophets. So this is what is happening. He is showing his people what's coming so we can get prepared. Keep on praying, brothers and sisters, like never before, because we are in the last days and we are starting to see prophecy become fulfilled like never before.